mode. Yeah, if you missed the first episode, the rebuild of this career mode, go back and watch on the channel. It was fun yesterday. And yeah, this is the team we currently have. Yeah, so let's have a look at the team we currently have. As you can see, we have got Robert Snodgrass in from Luton. We've got this free agent from Millwall in. We also have Keane Lewis Potter, who's been a star for us this season, so hopefully he'll come on and get some game time. Reed's still at the club. He's been fantastic for us. Matt Crooks is still here as well. He's been fantastic. Mwepu, who we signed last episode from Brighton, hopefully he'll come on and be big. Joe Bryan, who will probably get more game time soon because we have sold this man, Anthony Robinson, so he will be leaving the club soon. Going on the starting 11 now, we did sign yesterday, we signed Ben Godfrey from Everton, so he'll get his debut in this opening match against Man City. We also signed another player from Brighton, Adam Webster. He signs for us this season, looking forward to see how he does. Kenny Tete back for another season in Fulham colours, hopefully he will do well. Harry Wilson still at Fulham with his loan spell from Cardiff. Tom Kearney, the captain, he's back for another season. Hopefully Tom Kearney can get on the score sheet. We also signed Josh De Silva from Brentford, so he gets his debut in the Premier League for Fulham. Another player we signed yesterday, Anthony Gordon from Everton. Hopefully he's going to do well. And we also signed Josh Sargent from Norwich. Hopefully he's going to do well for us. And then obviously the main man, Mitrovic. So let's get into this first game then, ahead of this first game in the press conference.
Thanks, guys.
As we
We're
take
get started with the questions now.
Manchester City. Get his score predictions in the chat. How do you think we're going to do against Manchester City? A tough game to start off episode 2 and our first game in the top flight of English football. Please remember to drop a like, subscribe if you are new here. And hopefully we can start today's episode with a win at the Etihad Stadium against Manchester City. Tough game.
Okay, guys, thanks so much.
Man City away is not an easy fixture. And here we go then, our first game of this episode 2 and our second season, I should say. First season, but I mean, I've put first season, but I mean season 2 because we're in the Premier League. But anyway, ignore the title thing anyway. But anyway, so these are the lineups then for this game. As you can see, Rodák, the Fulham lineup is Rodák in goal, a back four of Kenny Tete, our two new centre-back signings, Adam Webster and Ben Godfrey. Left back is Anthony Robinson. Left mid is Anthony Gordon. Two centre mids of De Silva and Kearney, with Harry Wilson on the right, and then Sargent and Mitrovic as the two strikers. Man City's team then, Ederson in the net. Back four of Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, Nathan Ake and Cancelo. In Rodri in CDM, two centre mids of Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne, and a front three of Raheem Sterling, Phil Foden and Gabriel Jesus. Referees Stuart Atwell at the Etihad Stadium. Get his score prediction in the chat. Manchester City away, the first game for Fulham, back in the top flight against Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. Tough game this. Man City, a class team.
My name is Derek Ray, and sitting next to me here on the commentary gantry is the former Arsenal and West Ham United midfield man, Stuart Robson. And it is a day of renewal, the first game of the Premier League season. Always something to look forward to. It is Manchester City up against
for this
Fulham.
game here against
the
Man City.
incredible inside
Massive game.
There's a real
Fulham's
sense
first
of
game
optimism amongst
back in the
the
top
fans about
flight
the new
against
season
Manchester
and what it might
City,
bring.
who are
It's been a
probably
long wait,
going to be
but
one of
hopefully
the
we get a
dark
great game
horses
to
for the
kick their
Premier League
campaigns off.
title. Can we beat Pep Guardiola's Manchester City? Every career mode we've faced Pep Guardiola, we've mostly beat Pep. So can we beat Pep here as Fulham manager?
Manchester City
Man City
lineup.
team on the screen
Ederson
now.
gets the
This is
nod
the
in
lineup
goal.
for Manchester City under Pep Guardiola.
Cancelo in the
been
fullback position.
Brilliant manager
Bernardo
in the
Silva
Premier League
plays
for the next
alongside
couple of
Kevin De
years.
Bruyne in the centre of the park. And in this
Looking
tactical
forward
setup,
to
they
seeing
have
that.
just
That
the
is the
one
bench
player
for Man
in
City.
attack.
Pretty stacked bench. Jack Grealish, Berardi. We've got Riyad Mahrez on
And
the
this
bench.
is the team
Big
Fulham have
names
selected.
on the bench, and then
The
here's the
4-4-2
Fulham
system
lineup.
relies on good
Our
combinations
lineup.
all over the pitch.
We're looking
The front
forward
two,
to this game against
central midfield
Manchester
pairing, the
City, one
fullback
of the
and
big
winger,
boys.
and of course the centre back.
And hopefully
If
we
you
can
get
start
these
the season
combinations right,
with
you'll
a
have
win.
good team.
That is the bench for Fulham as we are ready to go in this Premier League match. Here we are, it's Manchester City versus Fulham in the Premier League, and there's the City captain, Kevin De Bruyne, the Belgium international, against the English international, the Fulham captain, Tom Kearney. We are underway. It's Manchester City in their dark blue shirts and Fulham in their black shirts. We are underway from the Etihad Stadium. Here is Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker with the first attack on goal.
He'll try his luck.
Great chance here, and Kearney's blocked
sure
the first shot. Sargent
reading of the
making his
situation
debut for Fulham, one of the debutants in this Fulham team. Kearney now
Silva.
finding Bernardo Silva. Great tackle by the new signing. New centre-back signings. Here's Anthony Gordon making his debut for Fulham today.
Now
new signing from Everton. Anthony Gordon for a big goal here at the Etihad for newly promoted Fulham. Fulham looking to get their first goal back in the top flight.
Through ball from De Bruyne.
Here at the Etihad. Ben Godfrey back defending for Fulham. Chance for City, great save. And Man City, Pep's team with two close chances. Bernardo Silva with a close chance, the Portuguese international. Here's Anthony Robinson, who will be leaving
this is the
Fulham
day, his debut
soon.
Forthcoming, and it's going to be fascinating to
Joe
see
Bryan
what he
will get a
produces.
permanent
Stuart,
start
what do you
in
think
the
we should
team.
expect to see from
Anthony
him?
Robinson
Well, it's certainly give them some
leaves
Oh,
the
it's
club.
developing nicely for them.
Jesus! And City take the lead at the Etihad. The man who's actually signed for Arsenal in real life, Gabriel Jesus, has given Pep Guardiola's team the lead. 1-0 to City.
And the ball moving again.
City.
What sort of response will we see from them now?
Jesus. Jesus with the goal. City up 1-0.
Every pass hitting its target.
1-0 City.
Silva. Gabriel Jesus.
Chance for Foden.
Well, he
No,
should score,
Foden
of
with
course,
a chance.
but that's a brilliant
to
save.
double the lead, and it's a good save by
The
Radak.
delivery. Well, the header was
City
respectable.
again, close
The
chance.
goalkeeper
They are
always seemed to have
dominating
it covered.
here against newly promoted Fulham. Is Webster to Ben Godfrey. Ben Godfrey finding Gordon.
And back with Gordon.
Anthony Gordon. Sue Sargent. Here
Well,
he's
he likes to run at them.
Anthony Gordon against Kyle Walker.
And let's
Walker
give
wins
credit to the
bounce
defending.
against him. Here's Sterling, who's been linked with a move to Chelsea in the Premier League. Here's Raheem Sterling. Sterling now finding De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne for City. Kevin De Bruyne turns away for
Opportunity to
Sterling.
deliver the cross.
Sterling back to De Bruyne.
Walker.
De Bruyne to Walker. Walker to Foden.
Oh,
Back to De
surely.
Bruyne.
Well
Good stop
denied
by
by the
Rodak.
keeper, but really he only has himself to blame.
Fulham keeper with a good stop is Robinson.
Well, couldn't quite find his teammate.
Josh De Silva. Fulham in a bit of trouble
Sterling.
now.
Now what can they do from
Chance
here? No
Great
way
block.
through.
Mitrovic to Sargent. Josh Sargent finding Gordon.
And
Anthony
room now
Gordon.
out on the flank.
Anthony Gordon for Fulham. Still going Anthony
A
Gordon.
chance to whip it in.
Gets
This
round
could be
Kyle
the
Walker.
equaliser.
Looking for
Just couldn't get it
Mitrovic.
through.
And Fulham almost
And a
drawing
throw-in
level.
forthcoming.
There'll be Kenny Tete on this throw-in. Finding Harry
Tete.
Wilson. Kenny Tete.
And on the
Here's
ball,
Tom Kearney. Tom Kearney
How
to
can he take them on and beat
Silva.
them?
Josh De Silva.
And the
the
goalkeeper
hands of
under no
Ederson.
pressure.
25 minutes gone here at the Etihad Stadium. Manchester City leading by a goal to nil. Scored by Gabriel Jesus.
De Bruyne.
Fulham have to
It's
be
a promising City
careful
move.
here. Brilliant
But
defending
they took
there
care
by
of the
Fulham.
situation defensively.
Robinson to Gordon. Anthony Gordon keeps the ball in play. Trying to get his attack going.
Options in the middle.
Anthony Gordon.
Mitrovic.
Mitrovic
Tremendous
turns.
block.
And now
Player in the way
Sargent
again.
comes out towards Harry Wilson.
Brilliantly
Silva's
blocked.
shot gets blocked. To Silva. Gordon again. Blocked.
And a
Behind
touch
for a
off the
Fulham
defender
corner.
last of all. So a
Fulham have
corner.
a corner taken by Harry Wilson. Who's in for
Not all
Kearney.
that convincing
Kearney to
defensively.
Webster. New signing
Wilson.
here is Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson. Still
Well,
can't
strong
get the
play
ball
here.
past Kyle Walker. And
Over the
won back by
byline,
Harry
hence
Wilson, but
a
out
goal
for a
kick.
goal kick. City and Fulham here at the Etihad Stadium. Fulham newly promoted after winning the EFL Championship last season. We were
Kevin
the
De Bruyne.
Championship winners. So we are now in the top
Sterling.
flight with the other two teams in the
Manchester
Premier League.
City
Promoted,
moving the ball
Bournemouth
with and a
and
fantastic diving
QPR,
save.
the other promoted teams to the Premier League, will have matches at the Vitality Stadium and of course
Corner
at
kick played
QPR
in.
away as well.
Well, not cleared away
Derby day
completely.
fixtures.
Oh,
A lot
he
of Derby
really
games
bruised
coming
the
up.
crossbar.
Okay.
And the danger
Derby's
is
coming up
averted.
this season.
Well, they can
We've
all
got
calm down
Crystal
now, Derek.
Palace.
They've got away with that one, you
Sellers
have to say.
Park. We've got Spurs.
Well, Fulham
Arsenal,
have certainly controlled the
QPR,
possession in the last
big
15 minutes,
London
as you can
derbies
see, and they've
this
created
season
chances.
in the Premier League.
Just now needs one of those chances to be
We have
taken,
and
but
don't
you
forget
feel
we've
it's
got
coming.
I don't know if Brentford is, so I think Brentford might
It's
have
got
gone
to be.
down.
And how well the
We've got
keeper
a couple
did.
of
Well,
derbies
that's
this
just
season, the likes of
exceptional. He
Crystal
reacted
Palace,
so quickly there.
Chelsea, Tottenham,
And De Bruyne
Arsenal.
firing it over. It
got
might still be
QPR as well,
problematic.
who's just come up.
Absolutely spot on, and they
Winners
keep
of
the
the
ball.
playoffs.
And it's Gabriel Jesus.
Silva with a good chance.
How about that for a
Bernardo Silva
save?
has been linked with retirement from international from
Well, that
playing in
was
the
a
Premier League.
magnificent save. Just
Will
how
he
did he
stay
kick that
at the
out?
underpeg?
That's incredible.
Also next
What can they
season
do from here?
is Mitrovic here against Diaz. Ruben Diaz gets the better of Alexandra Mitrovic.
And I believe there's been a goal in the Bournemouth match. Alex has more.
Yeah, it's a goal for Arsenal. They're the first on the
Arsenal
score
have
sheet here
taken
with
the lead at the
41 minutes on the
Vitality.
clock.
Alex, thank you very much.
Arsenal lead 1-0 at the Vitality, and it's been Charlison
Can they get in behind
who's
them?
given
The verdict is
Arsenal
offside
lead.
here.
And another of the newly promoted teams, Bournemouth, trailing at home to Arsenal.
Ake.
Please remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
It's with Joao Cancelo. And room now out on the wing.
Almost at half-time here at
And
the
the cross is very
Etihad
much on.
Stadium. City leading by
And
a goal
just
to
1
nil.
minute of time added on for stoppages.
Kenny Tete runs it out of play. 1 minute of additional time at the end of the first half. There's a chance, great save, and followed in by Sterling. Raheem Sterling
No wonder he's asking
follows
questions
in,
of his defence.
and Fulham find themselves 2-0 down at the
whistle then.
Etihad
We're up the
to
halfway
Pep
stage
Guardiola's
in this match.
Manchester City.
So
There's
2-0
work to
now.
do for Fulham. They're down
Must take the
2-0.
lead.
Goals from Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling. Now it's half time, so there will be some substitutions. Changes coming up here for Fulham. So coming off the pitch will be the captain Tom Kearney, replaced by Mwepu. Also coming off the pitch will be Josh De Silva, to be replaced by Matt Crooks. And also coming off, and they are your substitutions, Mwepu and Crooks coming on for Fulham in the second
And
half.
off and running again. It really was spellbinding
Fulham
what we
find
saw from
themselves
City in the first
2-0
half.
down in this
So
match.
let's see how the second
Double change
45
coming up
plays out.
instead. Matt Crooks on for Josh De Silva, and Mwepu on for the Fulham captain Tom Kearney.
Now just couldn't
Fulham
keep the
looking
ball.
to get themselves back in the game, trailing by 2-0.
Ake. Foden. Chance for Bernardo Silva. Rifled against the post, but back in
City
play.
at the post.
Now can
Now
they counter
Sargent's away.
clinically?
Josh Sargent.
Well, they won't come much closer than that. It's
Still
a matter of
battling
inches
here.
from being a really good goal.
Sargent turns away, finds Wilson, finds Mwepu.
Good work to regain possession.
Out there, Mwepu.
And that
Ball
puts
over
them in
the top.
position. Well, a piece of transfer
Serge
business
Gnabry
that's
has made the
certain to
move
get
to
a lot of people
Leicester.
talking. Serge Gnabry has completed his move to Leicester City, Stuart.
Leicester.
Yeah, I like the look of him. I
Signing
think it's a good move for
Bayern
both him
Munich.
and the club. Let's hope he makes an
Midfielder
impact
Serge
fairly quickly.
Gnabry on the move to Leicester. Mitrovic to Sargent.
Mwepu.
Mwepu is through now on goal. Taken
I think
down!
most defenders would expect to be booked.
And
halting
Rodri
an
gets the
attack in
yellow
that
card.
fashion.
Change coming up
A
here for
change in
City.
the offing for
Andre
City.
Belotti's coming
Can
on.
he get one back?
It's Crooks for
Blocked it
Fulham.
brilliantly. Well, no danger
Watch
now.
front, Webster and Godfrey have to do some work at the back. It's Tete. Kenny Tete
Alexander
to Mitrovic.
Mitrovic.
Belotti is on. Andre Belotti on for Pep Guardiola's side.
Bernardo Silva.
Man from Torino.
This might be ideal for the counter.
Now Man City.
They need to get bodies
Bernardo
back.
Silva finding Jesus. Gabriel Jesus.
It's looking promising. Oh, could be.
Back
Full
door. It's a
credit.
brilliant
Wonderful
save.
stop.
Keeps it at 2-0. Sargent.
Harry Wilson.
Now Harry Wilson.
Sargent. On to Wilson.
Harry Wilson trying to get round Cancelo.
It's a bit too easy for his opponent. Enoch Mwepu.
Mwepu out to Robinson.
Happy to pass the ball, but remaining patient.
Robinson.
Very alert defending to cut off the supply.
City do enough. Sargent almost picking up the ball.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Fulham
Now,
still
counter-attacking possibilities here. Can they take advantage of the situation?
Great tackle by Webster.
A chance to whip it in.
Oh,
fine
save
stop.
there.
Well, as those stats tell us, their attacking play today has been exceptional. Defenders have come out at the right time. The midfielder completely dominated the game. And the front player's movement has been excellent.
Whips it in, Mitrovic.
Chance to reduce the
Chance
arrears.
here. And it's in! Josh Sargent!
The
first goal in the Premier League for Fulham comes from new signing
Well, as you can
Josh
see, the first
Sargent.
save is a good one, but they can't
finding
react
the
quickly
pass,
enough to the second
and
ball.
Sargent
The keeper's a bit
follows
unlucky,
in as
really.
Edison fluffs the first save. And Fulham have their first goal in the Premier League,
Well,
and
underway
it's
again.
Josh
It's a
Sargent.
narrow 2-1 lead as things stand.
Josh Sargent with his first goal for Fulham. And it's now
Rodri.
Manchester City 2,
In possession, Belotti.
Fulham 1. Fulham back within 1 here.
Couldn't quite hang on. Oh, the pass denied
Back
him.
off the bar. Mitrovic loses out.
Bernardo Silva distributing
And another good
intelligently.
stop by the Fulham
That's
skipper.
high-level goalkeeping.
Well, that's a
Belotti.
fantastic save. He's such a good keeper.
Mahrez is coming on. Mahrez on for
Moving
City.
forward effectively. The cut back. Oh, he's missed,
City
but
with a
by a
close chance.
minuscule margin.
Well, he couldn't have made better contact than that. His technique is brilliant.
City
He's
still
so unlucky
leading
there.
by 2-1.
Well, delighted to say, more Premier League action
It's
coming up for
Manchester
you
City
here
will
on
take
EA
on
TV.
Wolves
It's Manchester
in the next
City
game.
facing Wolves.
Manchester
He has
City
time to play it
against
over.
Wolverhampton
Cuts it back.
Wanderers.
Mahrez. Well, the bar can be the goalkeeper's best friend. Well, the keeper has it,
Save.
and all is well.
Find
Well,
out
it is
who
now,
Fulham
but the striker did everything
will have
right,
next
barring a
after
couple of
this.
inches.
So City will head to
Well, had that
Molineux
gone in,
to take
they
on
would be in
Wolves
complete control of this
this
game.
game.
As it is, they're still going to be a bit nervy.
Firing it in.
And there's the other,
It's gone in.
and that should be the
That's what
sealer.
doctor ordered. Things
Andre
looking very bright
Belotti.
for them now with this buffer.
And City surely grab the 3
So back
points
underway
now.
at 3-1.
Andre Belotti. Belotti with the goal. And 3 points for Pep
Belotti.
Guardiola's team.
And he read it well defensively.
Sargent to Mitrovic.
Well, we always enjoy bringing you live action on
It's
EA
home
TV
action
and
next for
Premier
Fulham.
League action coming up.
Take on
It's
Everton.
Fulham. Alas,
We've
he's
got
made his
Everton
move
at
too early.
Craven
Offside.
Cottage, our first home game of the season. Next, we'll head to Craven Cottage to take on Everton in the Premier League. Anthony Gordon's
Silva.
old club. We're playing Everton
Walker now.
at the Cottage.
And return to
this
Walker.
game. Everton next in the
A very
Premier
effective
League.
challenge put in.
Should be a good game, that.
Well, the counter chance looks very real.
That game at Craven Cottage and Fulham's first home game
Josh
in the
Sargent.
Premier League.
Wilson.
Here's Harry Wilson.
A wonderful intervention.
Intercepted now by City.
Well, this game is almost in the history books, and it's not going to be one the visitors will want to remember for long, Stuart.
Well, they've had
Now
no
back
defensive
defending.
game plan today. The forwards haven't pressed the ball. The midfield players have been outnumbered, and there is too much space between the defenders at the back. That's been the problem.
Good tackle there.
Pulls it back.
City
The
with
save was a good one.
Still denied there. Harry Wilson with some nice little dipsy moves around the outside.
Mitrovic. Josh Sargent.
Sargent looking to help.
Tete.
Fulham get a consolation here.
Well,
Tete
no way through.
by Rodri.
Well, making high pressing work for them here.
2 minutes! And Mitrovic!
They've thrown themselves.
Alexander Mitrovic makes it 3-2.
Well, as you can
And
see,
we've got a
he gave the keeper no
finish
chance
here
there.
at the
He looked
Etihad.
so confident, didn't he?
And
That's a
Mitrovic
cool
makes
finish.
it 3-2 with his first goal of the season. And I told you, Alexander Mitrovic loves a goal in the Premier League. And he has the second.
On with the game then. 3-2. What will happen next?
3-2 here at the Etihad. Mitrovic with the goal, but it's going to be a consolation here at the Etihad Stadium.
Silva. Bernardo Silva sliding it through.
Fight by Fulham. They're just a bit short here at the Etihad. They're going to lose 3-2 in their opening match here
goal from
at the
this
Etihad, but
corner
2
2
goals from Sargent, and then the second coming from Alexander Mitrovic, who loves a goal in the Premier League.
And
Fulham trail. They lose their first game back in the top flight, 3-2 to Manchester City. Arsenal have beaten Bournemouth 2-1 at the Vitality, and Wolves have beaten Brighton 3-0 away. So big wins there for Wolves and Arsenal. Fulham not in the relegation zone after match day 1. Did lose narrowly, which was a narrow defeat, and now it's Everton at home. Will play Anthony Gordon and Ben Godfrey's old club, now coming to Craven Cottage. We do have 4 million left in the pot. Robinson has left. An offer for Andreas Weimann. O'Brien is gone. Joe Bryan is now in the team. Now looking at to sign a left back. They want Keane, Lewis Potter. Unfortunately not. Okay, they're happy to do that. Danny Rose is going to be a new player this next game, so we'll get some welcomes in the chat for Danny Rose. It's going to be our new player, new signing. We're also going to look to sign another striker because we're probably not going to use this free agent. Look for a striker for the bench. Let us know down in the comments. Has anybody got any striker suggestions in the comments? There we go. Let's get some welcomes in chat for new left back signing Danny Rose. Some welcomes in the chat for Danny Rose. There we have it. Danny Rose, our new left back signing. Big deal that. Danny Rose is now at the club. And we're also going to look to sign another striker signing. Probably from the Championship we can bring to the Prem. We have got Ashley Barnes, Ryan Brewster, we've got Dion Charles, Isgrove, Deeney, Dennis. Ooh, Dennis. Emmanuel Dennis would be a bad signing. What do you guys think about this one? Emmanuel Dennis to Fulham? I think that's a decent little sign, what to say. Get a deal for him. Come on, please. Okay, hang on. We'll do that, but we'll do this. No, okay, we can't get Emmanuel Dennis. That would have been a nice sign. We got, what else we got here? We could sign. We got Gregory, Hogan, João Pedro, don't know how much they'd want for João Pedro, but we can look at João Pedro. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. Who else we got here? McBurney. I don't think McBurney will come, but have a look. McBurney's not a bad shout though, is it, chat? Just don't think he'll come. Unless it's a decent price tag. Could do that, I suppose. If they're willing to do that. They are willing to do that, okay. So we're going to have a new striker signing here, chat. Oliver McBurney from Sheffield United, 26-year-old striker. Sign him on a permanent to the club. McBurney, I think he's going to be another good player for us. He's going to be a fan favourite. Okay, there we go. Let's get some welcomes in the chat for Oliver McBurney. New striker signing from the Blades. Let's get some welcomes in chat for Oliver McBurney. New signing. There we go. Two new signings, Danny Rose and Ollie McBurney. Hopefully we'll make their debut in this game against Everton. Let's get his score predictions down in the comments. These are lineups then for this game. The Everton lineup is Jordan Pickford in net, with Chalobah, Sigurdsson, Keane and Musleko at the back, and then Townsend, Decore, Dele Alli, Damari Gray, Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Siltran. The Fulham lineup is Rodak, Kenny Tete, Adam Webster, Ben Godfrey, Joe Bryan, Anthony Gordon, Josh Da Silva, Tom Cleverley, Harry Wilson, Josh Sargent and Alexandra Mitrovic. Change Sargent's number. So change Sargent's number ahead of this game. Lewis O'Brien out on loan. Riley McGree. We've had some offers for Riley McGree, but yeah, we're going to change Sargent's number to. Let's have a look who we can change him to. We'll change Sargent's 25. Alright, here we go then. Let's get into this game now against Everton. It's going to be a tough game. Everton are a very good side, and we've bought two players off them as well. We've bought Anthony Gordon.
Well, real excitement here. The signing has been completed, and we're about to see his debut. Will he hit the ground
running? Here we are then. Everton at Craven Cottage, our first home game of the season.
I'm talking, of course, of Craven Cottage. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me to provide expert analysis is Stuart Robson. And we've got Premier League action coming right up. It's Fulham versus Everton.
Well, thanks, Derek, as always.
Game off the back of a 3-2 loss to Manchester City away at the Etihad. And now we've got Everton at home. It's going to be a tough game. Everton,
playing it short.
Very good team.
Well, they're trying to keep the pressure on in the form of another corner.
Come at us early here. They're going to come at us and try and get that first goal. But the first goal is in very
taken
important.
short.
If we can get that first goal,
played into the centre.
Gets the crowd into
a bit
the game.
Short with the clearance.
We have shown we're capable of scoring.
Well, they can keep possession now.
We've scored 2 goals away at the Etihad. Sargent and Mitrovic were the goal scorers in that match at the Etihad.
Well,
and now a chance here for Fulham early doors.
Can he do
it's
it?
Josh Da Silva.
Splendid defending.
Blocked. Brilliant run by Da Silva, and Fulham almost taking the lead inside 6 minutes. Everton on the back foot here inside the first 6 minutes.
Jordan Pickford is the keeper. Dele Alli plays alongside Abdoulaye Doucouré in central midfield. And rather than use a strike partnership, they've gone with just the one player in attack.
To do a bit of work here.
That's not a bad ball. The clearance wasn't decisive.
Oh, a dangerous chance. And Dele Alli's at the bar. Dele Alli hits the bar. Now Gordon down the left here.
Well, he's featured on the back pages of quite a few newspapers in recent days. Up against his old club, and that's never easy for a footballer. A mixture of emotions.
Well, I have to say, I never really played well against my old clubs. I always felt the spotlight was on me. I think he might find it difficult today.
And get the tackle in here.
Calvert-Lewin. And now Doucouré.
Webster and company have to defend
on the target. The keeper seemed to have it covered.
Well, he did seem to have it covered, but it's not a bad effort, though. He really did strike it well.
Kearney now. Wilson.
Harry Wilson.
Wilson to Mitrovic.
So for Fulham, not the best of experiences last time out when they lost against Manchester City. What do you expect this time around, Stuart? Takes the shot.
Brilliant chance for
flinging
Decore,
himself
and it's a brilliant save. Fulham skipper with a brilliant save on Decore.
And delivering, Sigurdsson.
Told you,
well, not cleared away completely.
Everton, and Everton take the lead here. 1-0 Everton. And Everton take the lead at the Cottage. 1-0 Everton.
1-0 it is.
Jason Dreyer has put Everton 1 to the good here.
Now can they make something happen?
After Fulham had that brilliant chance a few moments ago with De Silva. Shot was blocked by Godfrey. And Harry Wilson gets knocked off the ball.
Space and time for the cross.
Shouting they wanted a foul. Free kick on Harry Wilson.
This might be ideal for the counter.
Space.
And they'll regard that as a very disappointing end to the move. Showing good defensive judgment.
They're a good team, and they can cause teams problems. They saw that in the City game. They scored 2 and give Manchester City a lot of problems.
Oh, a perfectly timed pass.
Dele Alli, it's 2-0. Not the start that Fulham needed. And it's Dele Alli, the former Spurs man, who's made it 2-0.
A second goal.
Dele Alli doubles the lead for Everton. A nightmare start for Fulham. As Dele Alli makes it Fulham 0, Everton 2 in the first half.
Could cross it in here.
Great tackle by Webster. And now here's Harry Wilson.
Josh Sargent.
Now is in. Josh
Sargent.
Can he
take advantage? Keeper getting the touch.
Fulham almost
right over for now, it seems.
Sargent was looking to give the Fulham fans a bit of relief.
Well, as you can see, Everton have had most of the ball, and as a result have dominated the game. Some of their passing movements have been a joy to watch, and I don't think anything's going to change that.
Still 2-0 to Fulham.
Aim towards Dele Alli.
As Fulham fans booing.
Teammate and support.
Stadium.
Well, big news I'm hearing. A penalty. Chance to finish.
It's 3-0. It's 3. And it's Calvert-Lewin. Dominic Calvert-Lewin.
So the game is restarting, and Everton really beginning to run away with this now. The scoreline threatening to get ugly here.
Work to do for Fulham.
Vitaly Mikolenko.
If you're Fulham,
and it's with Denier.
I want half-time to come as soon
Every
as
pass
possible.
hitting its target.
But if you're Everton,
Townsend.
you want to keep going.
Calvert
Right, we're back, chat. Let's
Lewin,
continue this game.
tremendous block. Good pressure to win the ball back high up the pitch.
In the first half to end, but if you're a Fulham fan, you kind of want the first half to end so you can regroup for the second half. Sigurdsson will stand over the corner.
The corner from Gylfi Sigurdsson.
Over the net
An
from
ordinary
Everton.
header, and that's probably being charitable.
Fulham still down by 3.
Really closing him
Premier
down.
League game of the season.
Good tackle.
I've just come into stream. Fulham
Lovely
played
ball
their
over the
first
top.
game in the top
Dele
flight
Alli.
of the Premier League. They lost narrowly 3-2 at the hands of Manchester City. And currently in their second match of the Premier League season.
Intelligent threaded pass here.
3-0.
Calvert-Lewin. Oh, the crossbar is still reverberating. Really good high press.
And here he is again. Is Gray.
Well, he opted for
Just
power
wide
from close
Damari
range.
Gray.
He might be regretting that now.
Also, we've signed 2 players from this club who are in our lineup. Our defender Ben Godfrey and left mid Anthony Gordon in their debuts against their old club. It's their old club, Mitrovic.
Wilson.
A lovely turn.
Crossing possibilities.
In the defeat to City, and there's the goal! And Fulham finally have a goal, and it's Josh De Silva.
Well, I have to say, this is a really good goal. Just look how well balanced he is.
And De
He knows
Silva
he's going to be under pressure,
Pickford.
but he shows great composure
And
to hit
there's
the
the
target.
first goal for Fulham. And Everton fans stopped in their tracks. Fulham 1, Everton 3.
Underway again with the score
Great
of
goal
3-1.
by De Silva. De Silva with the goal, his first of the season. Does that fire up Fulham now as they trail by
Not
just
a huge
2.
chunk of added time. 1
Going
minute.
into half time. Mitrovic.
Did well to win the ball back.
And that's probably going to do it for the first half. One more attack here for Everton.
We're racing away here.
Fulham feel a little bit better now. Only going into
Options
the first half break. Down 3-1. It was worst moment to go. They
And
were
a
down
useful cross.
3-0.
Making sure nothing
Josh
untoward
Sargent
happened.
has broken Fulham's duck
the
here
managers will now
at
deliver
Craven
their half-time
Cottage.
team
They
talks.
trail
We're at the end of
3-1 at the break. Those are the other scores from around the Premier League. Arsenal getting set to host newly promoted QPR. Other scores from around the Prem. Spurs are beating Man United 1-0. Leicester and West Ham is 1-1. Newcastle and Crystal Palace is 1-1. And Liverpool and Norwich is currently scoreless. So here we are then at half time then. So substitutions being made here. Danny Rose will come on to replace Joe Bryan. Mwepu will come on to replace Tom Kearney. And Oliver McBurney will come on to replace Josh Sargent. Fulham looking to try and
plenty to
repair
consider
this
based on
damage.
what we've seen so
Down
far
by 2.
as the second half begins.
Those are the changes. McBurney on for Sargent. Mwepu on for Tom Kearney.
Jason Denayer.
And Danny Rose on for Joe Bryan.
Dele Alli.
As they look to try and get some
And a good looking ball.
retribution back here. They trail by 3-1. The only goal scorer for Fulham in this
Dele
game
Alli.
is Josh De Silva, who's still on the pitch.
The chance is on.
Calvert-Lewin with a close chance for 4-1.
But offside it is, and so we can bring our excitement levels down a bit.
Still 3-1.
Gordon.
Fulham looking for
Mitrovic.
a bit of response. Gordon
was unable to hang on to the ball. That's good pressing for you.
Fulham still trailing by 3-1. Looking for their first
A lot of talk
win
in the newspapers and on the internet about Leicester City, and they have finally got their man. The transfer has officially gone through.
Yeah, I like the look of him. I think it's a good move for both him and the club. Let's hope he makes an impact fairly quickly.
From the Spanish League.
And he takes it away
to the King Power Stadium.
Calvert-Lewin.
Calvert-Lewin now through the middle. Tete. Gordon now with the pass forward. Mitrovic finding McBurney.
Well, they couldn't keep it.
Signing from Sheffield United, signed a 5-year deal to the club. So he will be here for the next 5 years.
Patient enough build-up. Can they carve out a chance?
So will
on the
Striker,
offensive?
who's just been taken off. Josh
It's a good-looking ball in behind.
Ali.
Oh, magnificent from the keeper. Fantastic stop.
Fulham do enough as another of Everton's goal
deciding
scorers,
to make a personnel change
close.
at this juncture.
Change coming up here for Everton. Off comes
Trying to pick
Damari
out a
Gray.
teamate.
On comes Garcia.
And the defender got the last touch. That'll be a corner.
Fulham fans trying to get behind their team, but they're booing. A lot of booing
short
noise
it is.
Heard from their
Getting
fans.
the better of his opponent.
The
the keeper was always likely to do his job under no pressure.
Here at Craven Cottage, they trail by 2. Here is Mwepu to Anthony Gordon. And Gordon gets taken down.
And the referee has got to
Yellow
have a big
card
think about
for
it.
Nico Schwelbach.
Here it is now,
Another
a substitution.
coming here.
And that is going to mean a caution.
The referee is absolutely right. He knew what he was doing there.
For the Toffees.
Well, we're into the final half hour.
In here.
Real chance.
Dele Alli is
and
off.
the keeper was up to the task.
On comes Tom Davis. Tom Davis on to replace Dele
And
Alli.
there's the delivery.
So now into the final
And no
30
problems
minutes
whatsoever
of this match
for the
here
goalkeeper.
at Craven Cottage. Fulham. It's going to be
Poor attempt at a pass,
straight
really.
losses in the Premier League.
And the keeper showing tremendous
2 games
command.
without a win for Fulham in the top flight. As I said, they lost their opening game 3-1. So 3-2. This one 3-1.
Played into the box.
Change here for Everton. The final change being made. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is coming off. And on comes Rondon.
Tackling and winning the ball to boot.
Journey to London. Cheer on their Toffees. Silva with the interception. Mitrovic finds Gordon. Anthony Gordon trying to get his
he's won the ball.
Pass through and he tried to turn away from the Everton player. Gets caught. Kenny Tete now
Garcia.
Against Garcia.
Promising looking attack from Everton.
Rondon's ball forward.
Carcelén.
Danny Rose trying to chase him.
They really look after the ball when they have it.
Great tackle there by Fulham. They've won back possession. Here's Anthony Gordon.
They've lost it.
His feet. Now to the final 20 minutes of this game. Fulham trailing by 2.
And the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack.
Alexander Mitrovic to Anthony Gordon.
He read the situation defensively and did his job.
Can't get it back now. Pickford now will come out to play. Ball. Everton still have that 2-goal cushion. Silva with the lone goal in this
and that's
match
great work to make sure it didn't go over the line.
Josh De Silva had his first
goal
cutting
off
of
the supply.
Season with Fulham's goal in the first half.
We're inside the final 15 minutes.
Poor pass from Gordon. He was looking for McBurney.
Couldn't keep it.
Couldn't get it through to Ollie McBurney.
This looks promising from Everton.
Going to roll out of play.
So a goal kick is what's coming up here.
Oh,
a complete miscue by the goalkeeper. Will there be a price to pay?
And Rondon can't bury it. Danny Rose recovers.
Good work to win the ball back.
Gives the ball straight back up to Decore. Feel the frustration.
Right, Alex Scott, over to you, because I hear there's been a goal at St James's Park.
And it's a goal for Newcastle United. You could see he knew what he wanted to do as he stepped up to take that free kick, because it was executed superbly. It's now 2-1 with 10 minutes left on the clock. I'm really enjoying this one, Derek.
Many thanks as ever, Alex.
Newcastle have taken the lead against Palace.
Rondon.
Longstaff has scored.
Well, he could really get at the opposition. Really sound
great save there.
Well, that had to be a goal, didn't it? What a stop that is.
Fulham's keeper being the difference in the second half, and boos ringing around the cottage.
Sigurdsson with a corner.
Another good stop. Fulham still without a win in the Premier League.
A time for composure on the ball.
And they're still looking for their first 3 points of the
Careless
Premier
in
League
possession.
season. It's going to be 2 straight defeats to Manchester City
Tom Davis
and Everton to start off their Premier League campaign. Next up is Burton Albion of League One
Tom Davis
in
He made it look simple, really.
For an away fixture to Carrow Road to take on Norwich.
And Jordan now.
He will head to Norwich in their next Premier League game. But they have a chance here.
Could reduce the deficit. And that's an excellent piece of defending to thwart him.
Clean shot away that he's looking for.
Carcelen.
We're down to the final minute of the 90.
It's with Doucouré. Well, it must be mighty annoying when you can't get near the ball. Untidy in possession.
Did score late.
2 minutes of stoppage time coming up.
Manchester City. We're looking for another one there, but Everton is so strong and they will not let you pounce on them in this game.
Tom Davis.
And that's going to do it here at the Cottage.
The end of the
Booms
game.
ringing
Goes
out
into
from
the history books as a home defeat.
And Fulham have lost here at the Cottage. They lose 3-1 to Everton. And Fulham now with 2 games without a win.
Some questions regarding the match.
His job surely has to be in danger now. With 2 losses to Manchester City and Everton, you feel his job could be on the horizon here. He needs a response in the next league fixture against Norwich.
Thank you for answering the questions.
The next league game is Norwich. After this game against Burton Albion, you feel if they don't get anything from that game against Norwich, his job could be really in danger. But first they have cup action against Burton Albion. They need a victory here against Burton Albion. And they do get that. De Silva and Wilson sealing Fulham's place in the next round of the cup. And now we take on Norwich. Which is a massive game coming up here against the Canaries. We have Norwich now, and then we have Bournemouth after. Right, let's head into this game now at Carrow Road against Norwich. Get your score predictions in the chat. I think we'll do against Norwich.
We simply have to focus on this man. Facing his former club, he'll want to make a point. Live on EA TV. And hello from East Anglia. This is the scene here at Carrow Road. I'm Derek Ray, your match commentator, and alongside providing all the tactical and technical analysis, it's Stuart Robson. And we've got Premier League action coming right up. It's Norwich City, and they take on Fulham.
Well, Derek, when looking forward to this game, you can't help but notice there are some great matchups all over the pitch, particularly in those central areas. Whichever team wins more of those battles will win the game.
Good luck.
And here's the Norwich City starting 11.
Well, I'm just a little worried. They might be too negative here. They're certainly going to be hard to break down with that 5-man midfield, but will they have enough going the other way? I'm not sure.
And this is the team Fulham have selected.
Well, this system gives them a good defensive base. A well-drilled back four, a solid midfield with wide players tucking in, and 2 forwards who can press the ball. But does it provide enough fluidity going forward? I'm never sure.
Norwich in 16th, and Fulham currently in the relegation zone with Brighton and another newly promoted side, Bournemouth. This game's crucial. We have 2 massive games coming up.
Oh, he's gone for goal!
First against Norwich,
saved by the keeper.
And then we play one of the relegation teams,
going
Bournemouth.
short.
So we need to pick up points here.
Matthias Norman
against Norwich
giving it a
and
try.
Coming up.
Can they stop
now,
it going
we've
in?
just beaten Burton Albion 2-0 in the
threat
EFL
about
Cup.
it.
Just joining us.
Well, so close to getting that early goal there, but it was a wonderful save by the keeper, you have to say.
to Manchester City.
Well, there's no getting away from it. This is the man so many people have been focusing on ahead of this particular game. Facing his former club, facing his past, and that's not always straightforward, is it, Stuart?
Well, it can work either way. Some players are inspired and play really well. Some feel overawed. I hope for his sake it's the first.
Outside the relegation zone coming into this match.
And a chance for them to nudge in front.
Fulham
and the keeper did more than enough.
Zone, so they need a victory.
Well, pressure building, another
QPR
corner.
just outside of the drop zone as well. They've just
Over
come up through the playoffs.
Just missing narrowly on the volley.
Well, it's a fantastic effort. Difficult technique, but he caught it so well. He's unfortunate.
If Fulham win this game, that would put them, I think that would put them above Bournemouth.
Chance to do damage.
Scrap. Here's De Silva.
Can he put them in front?
It's Mitrovic, and that's what they need. A bit of Alexander Mitrovic power, and Fulham have lift off at Carrow Road, and that is exactly what you need if you're Fulham.
Well, here
2
he is again,
games
and it was never really
without
in doubt,
a win.
was it? He was always going to score
and we have
from
the
there.
lead here against Norwich in this potentially could be a relegation scrap. And as it stands, Fulham will move out of the relegation zone. If it stays as it is here at Carrow Road, Fulham will be out of the relegation zone. And it's 2 on the season for Alexander Mitrovic. And it could be the goal that gives Fulham their first win of the season.
1-0 then.
Number 9, Alexander Mitrovic.
These are the games that we should be most likely to win.
Kolo Muani.
We have the lead here against Norwich. In this crucial game is Gordon.
Lesmelu.
Great tackle
He
by
made it look
Webster.
simple, really. Well, not the pass he had in mind.
Please remember to like, subscribe.
Oh, what an opportunity.
Chance here for Ashika.
Superb stop.
Great save. Norwich have a corner.
Well, the crowd are driving their team on here. They're surely going to score soon.
Coach Dean Smith being on here.
They're going for the short one.
Rashika.
Norman
now for Norwich.
And pulled back.
Norwich
and still a
looking for the equaliser, and it's a dangerous chance for Norwich.
Well, threat over for now.
Now Mitrovic who's got the goal. Alexander and Mitrovic.
They have possession again. Right, time to switch it over to the Etihad, where there's been a goal, and that means we join Alex Scott.
It's a goal from Manchester City. The score's level again now at 1-1 with 19 minutes on the clock.
Thank you, Alex.
Playing Aston Villa at the Etihad.
Oh, could be.
1-1 between Manchester City and
just
Aston Villa.
How did
Fulham
he stop
with a 1-0 lead here at Craven Cottage against Norwich. Craven Cottage at
Who
Carrow
can they
Road,
pick out? Well, you have
Norwich
to say he's going to be very
Norwich.
cross with himself.
Fulham lead
He'll
Norwich
certainly
by
be disappointed with that. That was a poor effort.
Game. After this, we've got
really good
Bournemouth.
reading of the game to win
We've got
possession
Bournemouth
back.
at home after this.
Going well.
Game is crucial in the
Fruitful looking attack. Terrific block.
Now Norwich
chasing the
another
game,
corner.
but now a corner.
Fulham need a
And
win, you feel,
it
here
is.
if they're going to have any chance of staying
Really
in the
vital
Premier League
interception.
next season. They need a victory here against Norwich. These games are winnable against Norwich and Bournemouth. Bournemouth are in the relegation zone. We play next.
Matthias Norman.
And I think if we win this game, it could potentially
It might be. That's a great stop.
Well, his reflexes are
and
so
Norwich
good there.
into
That's
the relegation
fantastic
zone.
stop.
If Norwich lose this, they could be sucked into the relegation
Who's
zone.
going to get on the end of it?
If they lose this match.
Still alive. And that's a very
Dean
good
Smith's
parry.
team could be in the relegation zone if they lose this match. And if Fulham were to win, they would be outside of the relegation places and suck
Showing
Norwich
considerable guile.
into the bottom 3.
Mitrovic.
Here's Sargent
It should
against his
be.
old team. Josh
Oh,
Sargent!
that's a fine save.
Almost had a goal against his old club. Brighton, the other team who are in the relegation. I'm really surprised to see Brighton in the bottom 3. They've got a brilliant manager in Graham Potter. I'm sure Brighton will get out of the relegation zone. Brighton are a very good team.
Kolo Muani.
I'd be very surprised if Brighton get relegated.
Now what can they do from here? Surely the equaliser. And quite simply wide of the target.
Most likely to get relegated, Norwich being one of them.
Well, Fulham haven't been able to dominate possession, as those stats tell us. But that won't bother them, because when they win it in deep areas, they've got forward with pace and with numbers. It's been a great counter-attacking display.
Fulham looking for their first Premier League win under new head coach Stephen Lilly. There's Fulham come into this game off the back of 2 straight defeats to Man City and Everton, and Norwich are level. Norwich City.
Well, here we can see it again. It's all about the pace of the passing. One touch, slip movement, and then what a strike.
And that's not what you want for the relegation battle now.
That's a great goal.
Fulham, who looked
so the ball is rolling again at 1-1.
And now
opportunity it is.
And Norwich looking for the go-ahead goal.
Well, even though he tried to place it into the corner, he's missed by quite some distance
fired
there.
Up after that goal. Well, that spurred Norwich on now, put the favour back in Norwich's favour. But here comes Mitrovic.
Cuts it
whips
back.
It across to Sargent! Josh Sargent back at Carrow Road, and he scores against his former team. A sucker punch to Norwich, and Josh Sargent has a goal against his former team here at Carrow Road, and Fulham back on top.
Well, let's look at this again. He's
Brilliant
done
play by
well to pick out a
Mitrovic.
teammate here, and the finish
And he
is
finds
just
the
as good.
former
That's
Norwich
an
man,
excellent goal.
Josh Sargent, and he sent the sucker punch to Carrow Road. Norwich City 1, Fulham 2, and as it stands, Fulham are now back in the same position as they were, 2-1, and it's Josh Sargent who's put
back underway
Fulham
at 2-1.
back on top.
Tight contest here.
Brilliant performance by Sargent against his old club.
Moving the ball forward with purpose.
Harry
Let's
Wilson.
give credit to the defending.
And Fulham had a third before half-time.
Well, getting very close to the half-time interval, and it's a narrow lead for the visitors to this point. Stuart, how would you assess what we've seen?
Yeah, it's certainly
Fulham
been an open game,
on.
but on the balance of play, I think they do deserve their lead. They just have that little bit more creativity, particularly in the wide areas.
Can he find the
Great
net?
block there.
Superb block.
Fulham still have a 2-1 lead. And that goal from Sargent is a sucker punch to Norwich.
Showing good defensive judgment.
Dean's this team behind again.
3 minutes of added time here.
Could get sucked into the
Potential
relegation
danger
zone
here.
if they lose. Gordon gets tackled. 3
And they'll
minutes
get ready
of
for the
added
throw-in.
time at the end of the first half. Fulham with a 2-1 lead over Norwich. And what is a massive game here in the Premier League.
Kolo Muani.
Every game now for Fulham is massive.
He's given us away.
If they can get points along the way, they would be in a good position for survival.
And he might be
Looking
through
for
here.
their first win of the season.
Lesmelu.
Norwich have nicked one at the end of the first half. It's 2-2.
A goal of the highest class.
Norwich
Fantastic
score late in the
technique.
first half. And it's 2-2 as we go to the break. And Fulham pegged back for the second time in this game. Two teams who are chasing down survival. Norwich and Fulham pegged 2-2. As the changes are being made here for Fulham. And these changes could be crucial. As the changes are being made, Fulham and Norwich tied 2-2.
Plenty of talking points
so far. Is underway.
And now the second half is underway.
Second half begins here at Carrow Road. Fulham looking to change the game
Tete.
for the third time in
Tom
this
Kearney.
match.
Really
Kearney
getting
gets
stuck in.
absolute cream from behind.
An unforced error, you've
Fulham
got to
need
say.
the points. These 3 points is crucial.
On the
They
offensive.
cannot afford a draw. And they cannot afford a loss. McBurney trying to do some bit of work. He gets taken down, and is that a penalty to Fulham?
Challenge.
It's not, says the
Right, I think
referee.
we better send it over to Alex Scott, because Alex, I believe
And
there's been a
Fulham
goal at
fans
the
will be
Cayenne Prince
absolutely
Foundation
livid
Stadium.
that McBurney didn't get a penalty there.
The score's level again now at 1-1 with 51 minutes played.
Thanks as always to Alex
QPR
Scott. And he got to it
are
fairly
level.
easily.
Amos has equalised against Chelsea. That's massive.
Well, West Ham fans have been wondering, would they get their man? Well, it has happened now. It has officially gone through, Stuart.
Well, at around £40 million, I think that's good value. Because if he does produce his best...
Priority was to hang on to the ball, which he did.
As they are drawing one apiece with Chelsea, as I said, Luke Amos has equalised for QPR, and that's a derby fixture as well.
Won back possession.
QPR and Chelsea, derby day.
Excellent use of the ball as they make their way forward.
Chance here for Norwich. Brilliant save. And Fulham still in here. And a change here for Norwich. It's going to be Rashika, who is coming off.
The personnel change.
And coming on for Norwich is Todd Campbell. As Fulham try to survive this Norwich flurry of pressure.
Cross, making the goalkeeper's job
still
rather easy.
2-2 here at Carrow Road between Fulham and Norwich. And potentially a relegation scrap.
It's gone in the City game, and Alex Scott has the details.
McBurney.
And it's the second goal for Manchester City. It's now 2-1
Tackle
with
by
60
Norwich.
minutes on the clock.
Alex
Another
keeping us
goal
right up
in
to
the
date.
Premier League, and it goes to Manchester City.
Nicely.
Phil Foden has put Man City in the lead. City 2, Villa 1.
Well, doing the job defensively that time.
Fulham and Norwich battling in this game. It's still 2 apiece between Fulham and the Canaries. Norwich.
Well, he's been the standout for his side so far, don't you think, Stuart?
Now.
Well, it was a vital goal and at a crucial time, you have to say.
Every point now
certainly changes the complexion of the game now, but it's whether they can take the momentum into the second half, as they've struggled at times today.
Points.
Has a go.
Every game now
a tremendous block.
is going to be crucial for Fulham's survival in the Premier League. And here's Harry Wilson
on the flank.
Harry Wilson for Mitrovic.
But they took care of the situation
Norwich
defensively.
See what they're going to do.
Lesmelu. Norman.
Can Fulham
now it's with Ruben
get back
Loftus-Cheek
into this game?
Attacking possibilities.
And either team take the lead here. Rose.
An authoritative challenge.
Rose there. Rose with a good tackle, and now he's got a bit of space. Finding Gordon.
Into
Anthony
the final
Gordon.
20 minutes.
Gets tackled.
Losing possession.
And Norwich back in possession.
I'm delighted to say more Premier League action coming up
Norwich,
for you here on EA TV. It's
Tough
Norwich
game
City
Norwich.
facing Wolverhampton Wanderers.
And next up for Fulham is AFC Bournemouth.
Oliver McBurney. And a poor attempt at a challenge, and on he goes.
That game
danger averted thanks to his teammate.
Because Fulham and Bournemouth, both teams are in the relegation zone.
Lesmelu.
The other team in the relegation zone is
potential
Brighton.
danger.
And Norwich have scored!
He's caught that so
Norwich score!
And
Fulham could be on their way to another defeat.
Technique.
Norwich with a
dramatic
3-2
moment
lead.
near the end, and that might well be the decider.
Norwich may have nicked the 3.
Oliver McBurney
now just
not the
can't
pass he
get
had in
through,
mind.
and he can't get going.
Useful looking ball.
And now Norwich are in again here. It's Loftus-Cheek. He's pinged it across.
Well, it might still work out for them. And they have possession again.
And how Fulham kept that out, I will never know. And here's Harry Wilson.
That just about kept them in it. But they have to pose more of a threat at the other end.
And Fulham now have had a
down by a
big
goal.
moment.
This
and a big
could
save
be the
at the other
final
end.
opportunity to snatch
Keep
something.
them in the game. Mitrovic
Well,
and Fulham will win a corner.
They know they've got to be
Fulham need a
opportunistic
goal
at this
here.
stage of the game.
Wilson with the corner.
And clearing
and
it away.
who gets taken down the box? Tete.
Don't forget we have more live action
Offside
from the
against
Premier League
Wilson.
coming up here on EA TV.
Next game for Fulham. They will take on
Bournemouth.
relegation.
I like the look of that
they
game.
will take
the atmosphere
on
is
AFC
always good
Bournemouth.
inside that stadium, and
the
two
games
very good
keep
teams.
coming here in the Premier League.
So approaching the final whistle, and the visitors on course to lose narrowly here. Stuart, what have you made of it?
Well, it's certainly been exciting. But can they find an equaliser here?
In the
They've
Premier
created
League for
so many
Fulham.
chances throughout the game, but they just
time.
need the ball to drop kindly in the box from a cross or a
Wilson.
set play. It's going to be a frantic finale to this match.
5 minutes
and
remaining.
just receiving news of a goal at the Etihad. Alex Scott, what can you tell us?
It's another for Aston Villa. They've pulled it back to 3-2 with 86 minutes played.
Norwich
Alex,
now
thank you very much.
Fourth. Flex off Kearney.
No problems grabbing hold of that one.
The keeper. And Man City have scored late. Very late in the game. And they are now 3-2 up over Aston Villa.
Now what can they do from here?
Now it's a good bit of Sealer. And there it is! Todd Cantwell seals the points for Norwich. And it's another heartbreak for Fulham in the Premier League. Norwich City are pretty much home and dry. And they are pretty much...
1 minute of stoppage time has been added on.
Already pretty much sealed their fate so far this season. And it's another loss for Fulham. And it's going to be 3 games without a win for Fulham.
And cleared away.
3 straight losses to Manchester City, Everton and Norwich. Fulham still on 0 points. And Norwich, with that win, will move them up the table. QPR have nicked a point against Chelsea. So it's pretty much looking like QPR are going to be safe. They move up to 2 points now following that result. We move on to our next game now against AFC Bournemouth. Every game is crucial now. We've got AFC Bournemouth, QPR and Southampton upcoming. We need to pick up points here as we're now bottom of the league as we take on Bournemouth. And we get our first point of the season. Our first point of the season, a 1-1 draw against AFC Bournemouth. Moves us up a place in the relegation seedings. Next up is QPR. It's a Derby Day fixture. QPR, as I said, got a 2-2 draw, but they are still in. They're just about survived. And another point against QPR. So it now moves Fulham on to 2 points in the Premier League. As we have Bristol City in the Carabao Cup, which will move straight through. So we want to get on with the next game against Southampton, which will win that game against Bristol City in the Cup. We are now on 2 points in the Premier League. We can catch up with Leicester if we win this game, which we lose 1-0 to Southampton. So it's 2 points in the Premier League, 2 draws against Bournemouth and QPR. Next up is Leeds away, and every game feels like a relegation scrap, as we now have Leeds United away, and they are now teetering above the relegation zone. And we get the victory, 3-2 against Leeds. A huge win, 3-2 against Leeds, but we did lose Ben Godfrey to a red card. So it will mean he'll have to sit out the next game against Arsenal. Another Derby Day fixture, but our first win in the top flight. Now it sucks Leeds into the relegation zone. As we've got Arsenal, Chelsea and Liverpool coming up. It means that Godfrey will miss this next game. We do get a 2-2 draw with Arsenal. Anthony Gordon on the score sheet. And it moves us now up into 16th in the Premier League. Norwich are mathematically safe as it stands 2. Next up is another tough game against Chelsea. Another London derby. And Chelsea, a very, very difficult team to play against. A 3-1 loss to Chelsea. We are now on 6 points in this league season. We'll go past the Brentford game, which we win 1-0. And that was actually a derby fixture as well. 6 points we're on currently. Norwich are 1 point behind us in the table. It's very, very tense now between Fulham and Norwich. Norwich move on to 6 points after picking up a point in their last fixture. If now they need to win, they need to hope and results go their way here. We're going to sim down to Newcastle. Fortunately, we do lose 1-0 to Spurs, which I think that will put us back in relegation. Wolves next. We win that, a 2-0 win over Wolves, which is massive for the table. A 3-1 loss to Aston Villa, though, does not help. It puts us now on 9 points. with some big fixtures coming up. Newcastle have just gone past that game now. We do lose 4-2 to Leicester. Manchester United up next. We need a result from that. 3-2 loss there. West Ham, derby fixture. And we win that 2-1. Crystal Palace, another derby. That ends 1 apiece. We lose in the cup, but we're not so bothered about the cup. We get a point against Brighton. We are now moving up the table. We are into 15th in the table. We get a 2-1 win over Newcastle. Huge result there. A 2-0 win over Aston Villa. And 2 wins back to back. Yes, we get a 1-0 win over Cambridge. Can Fulham survive? Come on. We lose to Wolves. But can we bounce back against Spurs? No, we can't. Palace in the cup. We win that. A big win in the cup against Palace. Come on. That win against Villa, though, was a massive win. And we lose 3-1 to Southampton. We're still okay. We're on 23 points. We're on 23 points currently. We have QPR, Liverpool and Chelsea. We need to pick up a few points from these 3 games. We get a point against QPR. That will help. 24 on now. We do lose to Liverpool, but we did get a point against QPR, so we're on 24 points. 24 points we're currently on. We're still mathematically ahead of QPR. We've still a couple of big games still to come. We get another point against Chelsea. So that will now move on to 25 points. 3 points over AFC Bournemouth. That will put us now 28 points, I think. So I think mathematically that puts us on 28 points now, does it? The table? Yeah, it does. We're at 28 points. We're 1 point behind Southampton now. Yes, and that win over Everton, I think now will move us above Southampton. So that result should get us... Right, we're only 2 points behind Southampton now. We're 2 points behind the Saints. Right, we lose to City there. Bournemouth might go ahead of us depending on what they've done. We've lost 2 in a row. Depends what Bournemouth have done. If Bournemouth haven't won, we're okay. That's 3 losses in the bounce, which is not good. If it now depends on Bournemouth. Right, Bournemouth are relegated. Bournemouth are down. Norwich are safe. So QPR are down, Leeds are down, and Bournemouth are down. Now, let's have a look at everybody's got on the last day. Okay, so QPR have got Villa on the last day. So if QPR win that, can they survive? If QPR win, QPR would go above Leeds, because they'd have more points than Leeds. 23, 24, 12. Yeah, so even if they win this game, they can't stay up. Bournemouth are down, they've got 25 points. So if QPR win their last game, and we beat Leeds, then QPR will finish 19th and Leeds will finish bottom. But if Leeds win, Leeds are safe. Yeah. No, actually, hang on. Yeah, QPR are down, whatever they do. Bournemouth are relegated because they're 2 points behind Norwich. But if Leeds win, actually... Yeah, if Leeds win, they'll go level on points with Norwich. But Norwich have got a worse... What's Leeds' goal difference? Yeah, Norwich will win on goal difference because Norwich have got a better goal difference than Leeds. So for Leeds, it doesn't matter now what they do. Yeah, they've won, but it doesn't mean anything for the table because it means that Norwich still win on goal difference. Yeah, we're mathematically safe now. We're safe. We've only got... Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3... Yeah, so we've got 4 games left. We drew 1, lost 1, won 1. Yeah, we're safe. because we've got 2 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. Yeah, we're safe. Yeah, we've safe because we've got 35. Oh, sorry, 38, beg your pardon. We've got 38. There we go. Brighton survived. I'm pleased about that. Brighton are a good team. Where did the other teams finish? Arsenal finished 6th. Fair play to them. Liverpool 5th. Man U 4th. Chelsea 3rd. Spurs 1st. Yeah, City's won the Prem. No surprise there. That's not a surprise. City's winning the Prem title. No surprise about that one. Right, chat, that's going to be it for today's stream. Hope you have enjoyed it. We have survived for another season in the Premier League. We've survived for another season. Apologies for that. We'll change the title to Season 3. Hopefully, next episode we can survive. Just to give you an update then, before we end off the stream, QPR, Leeds and Bournemouth have been relegated. And surviving is Norwich, Fulham, Brighton, Southampton, Leicester. So basically, teams that are safe. Norwich and us and Norwich are both safe. So we'll be playing Norwich again next season in the top flight. But that's going to do it for the stream anyway today. Hope you have enjoyed the stream. Please remember to drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll be back for episode 3 very, very soon. We'll be back for that soon. I'll see you then.